Game, Celtics shoot 46% from the field, but in the first half tonight, they shoot just 38%.
Well, I'm concerned about offense right now for Philadelphia, if you don't mind. Can I just jump over to the offense?
I do mind, but go ahead.
Iverson is really struggling with shooting the basketball. He's just 4 for 13. Last game we mentioned his backcourt partner, Snow, chipped in 9 for 14, shooting 23 points. He's 1 for 1 from the floor right now. 1 field goal attempt. Dikembe Mutombo, 0 field goal attempts. Thank goodness Coleman gave him 12 points in the first half. We might be in the 20s right now.
And there's our Amex leaderboard. Jeff Van Gundy, before I ask you about the Celtics, what do you want to talk about?
I'm just going to go on a soliloquy. I think the Celtics have got to feel real good about their position. 37% from the floor. Their main 2 guys have only played 28 total minutes, and they've been out-rebounded by 7. I think they have to feel good about their position right now, and they've got 24 minutes to come up with a great effort to close this thing out.
With more on the Celtics, let's go to Craig Sager.
Well, Coach Van Gundy was correct. They do feel pretty good about it. I talked to Coach O'Brien. He said the fact that Paul Pierce only was 1 for 2 from the field doesn't bother him at all. He mentioned the New Jersey game. He had 2 points at the half, ended up with 48 through the overtime period. The big defense to change for Boston is they don't want Mutombo to be getting the ball so easily in the post. They want to front the post. They want Tony Battillo or Rodney Rogers to be playing in front of Mutombo and to deny that easy pass to Mutombo as those 10 free throw attempts. Mike?
Correct. 3-second violation on Philly, and Anderson will bring it up.
I don't think I touched their post defense at all. He's got no field goals at all, and he's 4 for 10 from the foul line. Played the same way. He'll wind up with 8 points for the game.
And they went to him quite a bit in the first half. Anderson leans in against Allen Iverson. Almost deflects it, but Eric Williams comes up with a rebound and a new 24. Walker, feet inside. Williams, tough time handling it. Snow knocked it away, but a reach-in foul. They're calling it on the way up. So Eric Snow picks up his 3rd personal. Of course, we talked a lot about the role players, but in terms of the stars, Pierce, with just 13 minutes in the first half, he had more turnovers than field goals. And for Iverson, started off at his first 2 and then struggled for a long stretch.
Both players with 2 personal fouls at the half.
I think for a player like Pierce, who wants to do so well in his first playoff appearance, how he deals with the frustration of that early foul trouble is going to be critical to how well he plays in this half. Will he give the ball up easily if he's doubled, or is he going to try to force his offense?
Williams hits the free throw. 7 points for Eric Williams. And a 1-point lead for Philadelphia. Opening minute here in the 3rd. Anderson got a piece of it, deflected off Allen Iverson. Nice defensive play from Kenny Anderson. And for many of these Boston Celtics, 4 of their 5 starters had never been in a playoff game prior to this series. And Sunday was their first playoff road game. And only number 2 here. And they played with some poise on the road. Pierce steps back and comes short on the 3. Coleman the rebound. They were down 16 in that game 3 and stormed back. Had a chance at the buzzer. Eric Snow left open. Walker tracks it down. Walker steps back. Coleman gave him an inch, and he takes full advantage with a 3-pointer.
He's dangerous. You get up to that 3-point line area, you've got to force him to put the ball down on the floor. And obviously, you need to know where your help is coming from if he's going to blow by the big man.
Some guys at 3-point range are stretched, but he is so effortless from behind the arc. Coleman's going to try and answer on the other side. Won't go. Pierce goes high for the rebound. Knocks down his own teammate in the process. Paul Pierce just 4 points, but the Celtics find 2. And Mutombo the rebound. Snow ahead. Thread the needle. Pierce with the block. But Dick Bavetta says count it. It hit the backboard. It appeared to hit the backboard first, and that's the right call. Maybe a second or so late. Pierce says no. Let's take a look. The key is whether or not he hit the ball before the ball hit the backboard.
If it's on the glass, then it's too late to block the shot. And right there, it looks like he gets that thing clean.
Yep. That's what Pierce was telling Dick Bavetta on the way down the floor. Williams with the much smaller Snow. Tony Battie. Battie keeps it alive nicely. A travel. Pierce a little frustrated right now offensively.
See, that's where he's got to give the ball up early, not let his own desire to score supersede what's best for the team. If they're going to commit a second defender to him and help, give the ball up to Anderson, let him knock it down.
And he's done that this season. In fact, you've been impressed with the way Pierce and Walker have shared the spotlight in this team.
Absolutely. I think when you have two stars, which you need to advance in the playoffs, it's hard to get them to learn to share the ball, the credit, and the blame.
Off the miss, Kenny Anderson. Anderson, tough shot inside. Kenny Anderson having a solid game. 8 points, 5 assists for the veteran point guard. Celtics back up by 2. Snow just 2 points, but he's done a good job distributing. Iverson can't connect on the 3, and Walker the rebound. Iverson now 4 of 14. Eric Williams left wide open. Tony Battie, nice left-handed tip. And the crowd getting on to Dikembe Mutombo. He's had a rough stretch with the fans.
Well, that's consecutive plays. They expected him to block Anderson's shot, and then they see a man tip it in over the top of him.
Mutombo on the catch. Tries to gather himself, but his ball for a travel. And he's going to hear it again. They are very rough, even on their own here in Philadelphia.
And yet I don't understand what fans expect to happen from that, how that they expect that to help Dikembe Mutombo to play better. What they need to do is support him.
That's his 4th turnover, and he's also missed 6 free throws.
I like that challenge that you just took there, Jeff. The fact that you're going to turn this whole arena around, just with your outlook on it. I'm really excited.
Walker nails the 3, and the Celtics with their largest lead of the game. Harper gets inside. Eric Snow wide open, puts it in. Sixers up by 1.
And that's his range. 15, 16 feet. He feels very, very comfortable there. That's what he knocked out a lot of in the last game for him, where he shot 9 for 14.
8-0 run. Pierce, and that's his first field goal of the 3rd quarter. He had missed his first 4, been really struggling, and knocks it down, give him 7 points.
He shuffled his feet a little bit, Jeff, right before he shot that thing. Could have been a travel, I thought.
I thought he did travel.
Iverson gets inside, but threw it behind Mutombo.
That's where Mutombo really struggles, is catching on penetration in close quarters. That's where most of his turnovers in this game have come.
That turnover they give to Iverson is 4th. Mutombo has 4 as well. Pierce, back-to-back jumpers, knocking him down for the first time tonight. And the Celtics answer back. Sixers made a strong run, 8 straight points, but now Boston back up by 4. Harper. Pierce giving Snow a lot of room. On the double team. Harper. Excellent ball movement.
Great extra pass by Darren Coleman. He had a 3-point open look, but instead he swung the ball and got Matt Harpering a rhythm shot.
Harpering 4 for 4 from the field. Pierce launches a 3 and dives on it. And we'll have a jump ball.
Mutombo almost forgot that when you're outside and a guy shoots a 3-pointer that's 4 feet behind the 3-point line, you still have to watch for the box out. Philadelphia winds up swinging the basketball from one side of the court to the other, and as we roll this thing ahead, notice how it changes sides of the floor quickly. Penetration flattens the defense out. There's the shot that Coleman could have had. Instead, he reverses it to Harpering, who seems to have it going right now.
You go from a 23-9 3-pointer to a wide-open 18-footer. And, of course, a game that everyone seems to be in love with those threes. It's nice to see that. 2-point Boston lead, 3.5 to play in the 3rd. Dangerous pass and a foul on the entry pass to Strickland. Aaron McKee will pick up his first, and for Philadelphia, it's just their 2nd team foul.
What happens a lot defensively is when a player like Pierce is isolating and you're on the weak side, you end up staring at the ball. That cut by Strickland, Iverson's man, he lost sight of the ball, led to a foul.
Walker wants it against Coleman. Walker gets inside, flips it up, pump bank shot. Ball tipped nicely by Mutombo. McKee for three. And Walker the rebound. Ahead now to Rogers. Not a smart pass. Mutombo was right on his back. And the Boston Celtics with their 10th turnover. Corey Blunt will come in and Mutombo will sit. And Mutombo getting a nice ovation from the fans after hearing boos earlier.
Well, they heard Jeff's speech, and everybody's kind of turned around their attitude now, and they're much more positive behind him, so now he'll come out and play a big fourth quarter.
It's amazing the impact you have on people around the country.
But I really do believe that fans, if a lack of effort's given, I can understand why to boo, but when a guy's playing hard and he's struggling, try to pick his spirits up.
And with Mutombo, it's never about a lack of effort. Eric Strickland, wide open three. Can't get it bigger down, and McKee the rebound. Celtics now 6 of 20 from three-point range. Iverson inside. Walker whacked him. Let's see if it's a two. It's a two-shot attempt, so 2 free throws coming up for Iverson. Walker picks up his third.
That was an amazing sequence for Iverson because not only did he penetrate, get the ball down deep in the lane, then at the last second throws it back out to Snow. But watch, as soon as he gives it up, right now, Iverson sprints to the corner, and there he goes. And he gets the ball right back again. There's a lot of energy needed to do all that.
Never a lack of that with Allen Iverson. And as you talked about before, not a lot of free throw attempts. That's only his third. He's hit all 3 of them. Speedy Claxton will come in and Eric Snow to sit. Snow just 4 points, but he has 7 assists and has done a superb job defensively. We talked to Larry Brown as he talks to Snow. He just can't say enough about Eric Snow. Eric Snow is everything that's right in the NBA. The way he approaches, the way he plays at both ends every night, the way he conducts himself.
He's a very selfless, team-oriented player. Those guys are hard to find in this league.
Yeah, Speedy Claxton guarding McCarty over there. There's a little bit of size difference in that matchup. Let's see if the Celtics find it.
Almost a foot difference. Strickland inside, blocked. Corey Blunt got it from behind. Coming up on 2 minutes remaining in the third. McCarty with his length on Allen Iverson. Draws the foul. And we'll get 2 free throws. Crowd was a big ooh, and that one fell off. They've given the Sixers a number of standing ovations here, getting up for Iverson again.
This is the classic coaching battle right now. Size of Boston right now versus the speed of Iverson. He goes to the basket against the 6'10" Walter McCarty, creates contact, gets it up on the rim, draws the foul, shoots 2.
The dribble penetration makes all the difference for him, open things up for him and his teammates. As he's now 5 for 5 from the line. 16 points for Iverson. The tumble back in. Derek Coleman will sit.
I think the fans really appreciate the effort that Coleman's given. They know that he's been struggling with the knee, but they see him doing a lot of good things. That he's running the floor hard, distributing the basketball, blocking shots, getting on the glass.
And he's played 30 of 34 minutes so far tonight.
That's a lot of minutes for him with a bad leg.
Mutombo keeps that one alive, but Rodney Rogers hauls it in.
And again, there won't be any more minutes for him. They don't win this game, so you leave him on the floor.
No sense saving anybody in the playoffs. It's a tough matchup, Claxton versus Eric Williams.
It's a little different with McCarty, who's not a good post-up player, but Eric Williams can. Antoine Walker, wide open three.
What happened was Mutombo came to double, the ball swings, Boston's playing 4 guys around the 3-point line. Mutombo can't double and then close to Walker at the 3-point line.
That's Walker's 5th 3-pointer. He's got 23 points. McKee, Iverson, that's a 3. Here's the rebound. Kenny Anderson, beautiful scoop shot from Kenny Anderson.
Fast break points for Philadelphia, desperately needed here because they are not getting good looks at the basket quite often, shooting 42%, which is better than what they're holding Boston to. But Boston making some key 3-pointers and then taking advantage of just a couple little spurts in the game that have been the difference.
The defense for Philadelphia also a big difference tonight in terms of helping them out, although down by 5. And Boston shot the ball so well in the first 3 games of this series. Iverson starts the 4th on the bench. Kenny Anderson drives strong to the hoop. His second impressive drive. And the Celtics now lead by 7, equaling their largest lead of the game.
Yeah, we did not mention the differential there from the 3-point line. Talk about a big difference. Number of attempts, number 1. Number of makes, number 2.
And that last drive by Anderson just showed you the dilemma that Larry Brown's in. If Mutombo's out of the game, they have no shot blocking. If he's in the game, it's harder to protect the 3-point line.
McKee has to put it up. Mutombo, the offensive rebound. Mutombo inside. Matt Harper made a big play there. Snow lost the ball. Shot clock winding down. Harper got to it quickly and got it to a teammate. A hustle play from Harper, 5-point game. Eric Williams deep in the post against Aaron McKee.
Well, that's inexcusable right there. You cannot allow a player to just step in front of you, in front of the basket, catch the ball. He's just going to jump up over the top of you. You must beat him to the spot, force him to go behind you.
Aaron McKee, the jumper. McKee's hit a lot of fourth-quarter shots for Philly the last couple of years, and he pulls them within 5.
People forget last year, he got a lot of votes for the All-Star game. He was that good last year. This year he's just been bothered by injuries from the start of the season all the way through.
Only played 48 games. And was never healthy throughout the season. Pierce trying to get on track. McKee pokes it away. And a kick ball kicked by Pierce. And maybe his best attribute is on the defensive end. Strong play there from McKee.
Just before that play started, as that Boston was bringing it down, Larry Brown yelled out and made a switch. He made Harper get off of Pierce and go over and guard Williams, and he brought McKee over to guard Pierce that time.
3rd steal for Aaron McKee. Harper sits down. And Allen Iverson back in. 5-point Boston lead. Sixers need a victory to keep their season going. A win would force Game 5 Friday night at the Fleet Center. Pierce on Snow. Inside to Mutombo, and he's fouled before the shot. So the Sixers will take it out of bounds. The entry pass to Coleman. And Coleman lost it, but last touch by Eric Williams. So Philly ball with 6 left on the shot clock. 5-point Boston lead. 6 to shoot. Snow looking. Doesn't want to use the timeout. Gets it out to Iverson. Nice feed inside to Coleman, and he's fouled. Beautiful pass from Allen Iverson, and Derek Coleman will shoot 2.
Very good execution with not a lot of time left on the 24-second clock. We'll see that there's a deep pass to the outside. Now the shot clock running down. There's quick penetration just to freeze the one Boston defender, and then Coleman takes it hard to the basket, understanding he's just trying to draw contact, get to the foul line.
Coleman 12 points, 7 boards. He's averaging 38 minutes a game in the series. And we saw him hobbling a little bit earlier, playing with that knee. So a lot of people right now at this point in the season, you have your bruises, you're banged up a bit, and just got to play through them.
You do. There's a big difference between being hurting and being injured. If you're hurting, you can play through the pain. If you're injured, you got to step off and take care of yourself. And I think Derek Coleman has shown that he's willing to play through pain, which I think probably a lot of people question what type of attitude he'd bring to this Philadelphia team.
And rightfully so, coming in with some of his past performances. But as you said earlier, he's responded so well to Larry Brown, a coach who has always believed in him. Rogers for 3. Coleman, the rebound.
This is the whole thing about live by the sword and die by the sword. Well, here it comes right now. Their time is here for Boston.
A foul on the entry pass. Celtics having a difficult time with Mutombo's length right now on those lob passes. It's the 3rd team foul already with 9:32 remaining.
Mutombo's just going to an open area. Every time they front them, they understand, Philadelphia, that he's long enough and tall enough that if you just throw it up in the air, he's going to be able to catch it.
3rd foul on Eric Williams. And again, Boston's done a good job staying out of foul problems already with 3 team fouls very early here in the 4th. They try again to Mutombo. Double team. Rushed it a bit. Coleman keeps it alive, but he's called for a loose ball foul, and it appeared he was over the top.
On that lob to Mutombo, he had the whole Celtic defense collapse. That ball should have been touched out to Snow for the open shot.
Iverson throws it. Now here's what you're talking about, Jeff. Kick the ball out to the top of the circle. Snow standing right there.
Pierce picked up by Coleman. Pierce, the big fourth quarter man for the Celtics. Only 9 points in the game. He wanted to shoot and gets his first bucket here in the fourth. 22 times this season he has scored in double figures in the fourth quarter alone.
You've often heard that the NBA is a game of matchups. You have to give Boston credit. They have found the matchup so often tonight and taken advantage of it.
Iverson, nice adjustment in the air. Can't finish, but it's tipped in by Mutombo.
See, even though Iverson missed that drive, what it did, created a help situation where the big guys had to step up for Boston and created an ability for Mutombo to get to the front of the rim and get a second shot. So even when he misses, he creates opportunities for his teammates.
And Mutombo now 10 points, 11 boards. Pierce kicks it out. Walker for three. And Mutombo his 12th rebound. Eric Snow. Anderson shuts him off nicely. Iverson wanted to shoot for three. Pierce just getting close enough to thwart that attempt. Aaron McKee. There's a three. Way short. Eric Williams the rebound. Iverson just 5 of 21 from the field.
And Philadelphia just 2 of 11 from the three-point line.
Walker gets inside. Tough shot, can't finish. Coleman a rebound. 3-point Boston lead. Iverson goes right at Pierce. Blocking foul. And Iverson will shoot two. Finals. Boston this time having their way with the Sixers. Larry Bird making some big plays in this one. As you see Charles Barkley getting inside. But a steal at the end of the game, and the Celtics win the series 4-1. Crowds here at the First Union Center. This place was wild on Sunday, getting charged up again here as they hope the Sixers can force a Game 5 on Friday. Philly down by 3. Still plenty of time, over 7.5 minutes remaining.
You know, this could be like back-to-back nights that Jeff Van Gundy is responsible really for the outcome of the game. Last night he says bring Austin Crocier in his instant offense. He comes in, turns the game around. Indiana wins a basketball game. Tonight you tell the crowd to get behind their players. Don't boo them, cheer for them. Here they're up on their feet. This could turn the whole thing again. 2 nights in a row.
Well, just call me Czar Jr. I think I need a nickname.
We'll work on it.
Give us time. We'll find a good one. Iverson, meanwhile, 6 of 7 from the line.
Some of these fans in Philly have given me some nicknames over the time, but none I'd want to keep.
1-point game. It has been close throughout. Largest lead by either team was 7. That was Boston. Sixers' largest lead was 3. Pierce and McKee foul.
You know, we were talking about 2 nights in a row. There's something I noticed. I just have to ask a question, okay? Let me just bring this up. On the left side, that was last night. This is night number 1. I'm looking at that suit, and this is night number 2. Tonight, I'm looking at that suit, and to me, there's a lot of similarities in those 2 suits. You wouldn't have worn that thing 2 nights in a row, would you?
I must confess I did, but I didn't know we were under fashion police house arrest right now.
Just checking it out. Just looking.
A very observant Mike Fratello. Iverson shot contested nicely by Walker. Mutombo had it, lost it. Coleman knocked it out accidentally. Iverson with the steal from behind. Snow. McKee puts it in. Aaron McKee puts Philly back up by 1.
Probably not the best time for a behind-the-back dribble by Antoine Walker coming down on that fast break, and it leads to a bucket at the other end of the floor. A fake, 1 dribble left, getting rhythm, knock down the jumper, turn the crowd on.
Time for the spectacular finishes presented by Armor All White.
Greer's putting the ball on a play. He gets it out deep, and Havlicek steals it. Over the sand goal. Havlicek stole the ball. It's all over. It's all over. Johnny Havlicek is being mobbed by the ball.
The great Johnny Most with the call. And this place up on its feet once again. A 10-2 run by Philly. They were trailing by 7 earlier here in the fourth, now by 1.
Because you have Kenny Anderson out of the game, that's why Walker's bringing the ball down the floor. Otherwise, Philadelphia puts too much pressure, and they don't have the same confidence in Strickland bringing it up against the pressure.
Strickland out there for his defense on Iverson, but turns it over. And Iverson wisely gathers himself before he tries to move it forward. Anderson set to check back in. Jim O'Brien does not like the way the offense running. McKee tempted. Got that three. There it is. And McCarty the rebound. McCarty again playing big fourth quarter minutes. Just past the midway point here in the fourth. Boston trying to advance to the second round. Strickland wide open. It's a big three. Eric Strickland on the pass from Pierce.
He's not a true point guard, so he does struggle against pressure, but he's an excellent spot-up shooter.
And the Celtics back up by 2. Strickland out there for his defense. Iverson gets Strickland away and puts it in. 20 for Iverson. Hasn't shot well, but that ties the game. Just 6 of 23 from the field. Here's for 3. Way off. No. Mutombo sets a hard screen. Iverson inside to McKee. First the jumper, then the pretty pass. And the Sixers back up by 2. 4 assists for Iverson. Pierce trying to get free. Pierce trying to get free. Aaron McKee doing a superb job in ball denial. Shot clock winding down. Poked away by McKee. And McKee can't get it. Just a little too far ahead. Anderson back in the game.
The intent was the right thing, and Eric Snow knew that he shouldn't have thrown the pass. Probably should have just pulled it back a little bit, slowed down a little bit maybe, and let the fast break develop differently. He tried to force the action. McKee just couldn't catch up to it.
Those are game-altering plays. A chance to go up 4, bring the crowd even more into it. Instead of turnover, Boston can tie it or go ahead on the 3.
Kenny Anderson. Coleman comes out to guard Walker. Walker pushing off a little bit, contested shot. Excellent defense from Coleman. And a loose ball foul called against Philly. Dikembe Mutombo grabbed a hold of Tony Battie and is called for the foul. Mutombo picks up his 3rd.
Good job of contesting by Coleman. And as we look down inside the lane, the foul takes place there by Mutombo. Can't hold that arm. Sorry, Mike.
3rd team foul. Harper comes in.
I just love what Coleman's doing. Walker handles the ball. He picks him up full court. There he keeps him in front, contests the shot. He's just giving so much effort on the defensive end.
Well, he wouldn't let him swing into it and cock it. He had that one hand up there trying to deflect the ball the whole time, so he couldn't shoot that quick one.
Aaron McKee has come out of the game. Harpering is now on Pierce. McKee was doing an excellent job on Paul Pierce. Harpering also a good defender. Pierce gets him up in the air, draws the foul, and he'll shoot 2.
He's got to stay on his feet.
Pierce now with 12. 1-point Philly lead.
The pick and roll. They've gone underneath the last couple of times, and he hasn't been able to step back and hit the jump shot.
Iverson with Anderson back on him. Walker's sitting right now, but he's going to come in the game. Eric Snow. Pierce falls down. Snow gathers himself and puts it in.
And the Sixers have now brought McKee back in to guard Pierce after Harper picked up that last foul.
This equals the largest lead of the game for Philadelphia. This one's been close throughout. Rogers hesitated and misses the three. Mutombo with his 14th rebound.
A little bit of hesitation. They wound up switching the pick and roll, but it came late.
Aaron McKee. Last second gets it out to Coleman. Wisely. That's a three. And rebound, Eric Williams.
Aaron McKee has not been bashful about taking three-point shots this evening. He's cranked a few up.
And a timeout called by Jim O'Brien. Celtics still after this one. Still have a timeout and a 20. And he's going to call it 20 here. So a 20-second timeout called by Jim O'Brien. So we'll keep it right here with the Celtics trailing by 3 with 2:33 remaining in the fourth.
See if they come back to the pick and roll now. Pierce, Walker, Rogers is the guy that here's another combination. Right now it's Pierce and Rogers.
Oh, big three from Paul Pierce, struggling all night, knocks it down.
And as Coach Patella said, they're going under. He pulls up behind the screen and knocks down the three. They're trying to make Mutombo be in those pick and rolls. He has a hard time with pick and roll defense.
And that ties the game as we approach 2 minutes remaining. Snow off the dribble, spinning, lost it momentarily, draws the foul on Pierce. Won't go, but 2 free throws coming up as Pierce picks up the personal. And that's 4 on Pierce.
We've seen Snow bailed out 2 times. When he thought he had picked up his dribble and was looking to pass it to somebody else. Last time he wound up making the shot. This time he gets the 2 free throw attempts. And both times he was actually looking for a teammate to try and get rid of the ball because he had picked up his dribble.
First free throw attempt of the night for Snow, who's 78% from the line in the series. At the big game 3. As he misses a big free throw, every free throw so crucial right now.
It's amazing. You can take a very good free throw shooter and turn him into a bad one in the last 5 minutes of a game.
It's also amazing you have 2 teams who battle, do so many good things, some bad things, and battle all season long, and your season may come down to a missed free throw here or there. Snow comes back and hits the second one. 1.6er lead, 2 minutes to play. Philly trying to extend their season to a game 5 Friday. Snow is on Pierce. They double immediately. Pierce spinning, kicks it out. Rogers, an open three. In and out. Eric Williams on the follow. Pierce on the rebound. And banks it in. And the Celtics up 1 plus a foul. Big plays from Pierce. First the 3. And now a chance for a traditional three-point play.
Great effort that time by Pierce. The play wasn't his in the end. He gave it up to Rogers, but he stays involved. He stays active. Philly had opportunities right there. Coleman saves the first layup, but then the persistent Pierce comes up with it, lays it in, and now finishes off the three-point play.
And the Celtics back up by 2. Pierce has their last 7 points. He now has 9 in the quarter. Minute and a half remaining.
They've got to get the ball in Iverson's hands.
Iverson trying to draw the foul. Coleman to McKee. McKee, tough shot. Won't go with a foul. Eric Williams got a piece. Jim O'Brien not happy. And free throws for Aaron McKee.
Mutombo, because the pick and roll defense is going to hurt their defensive rebound.
Coleman got a piece of it and kept it alive. Iverson to the glass and gets the roll. High game.
Now, how did he get that roll? He shot that into the side of the rim. The flange, a little piece of steel behind, and it still rolled in.
I've got a bigger question. How do you give up a free throw rebound if you're Boston at that point in the game?
Derek Coleman made the big play, and Pierce turns it over. McKee knocked it away. Iverson inside. Philly by 2. Timeout, Boston. Came in. Pierce and Iverson appeared to be jawing at each other. Now, there won't be any free throws taken on that. But players getting involved in this stuff at the most important time of the game. We'll look into it further when we return. 2 remaining. There you see the timeouts. 2 for Philly and a 20. Double technical on Aaron McKee and Paul Pierce. Now watch as Iverson comes up. There you see Pierce and McKee bumping. Mike Callahan quickly saw them. Some pushing and shoving there. and he called the double technical, which is a safe call in this sense to tell those guys knock it off. It's not going to hurt either team right now, although if another one picked up a technical, they'd be automatically ejected.
What actually happened was, because of the timeout, McKee was going to his bench, which was right in front of him. Pierce was turning to go to his bench, was at the other end of the floor, and they kind of bumped each other at first, and then Pierce just reached out with his arm, and that's where the contact took place.
Now that's incidental contact right there.
I understand what it is now.
Both teams in the penalty. 20 foul, you go to the line. Pierce gets past McKee, hooks it away out of bounds. Boy, Aaron McKee has done a superb job on Pierce.
Let's go back to the beginning of the game. Craig Sager told us where the ball is going. If it comes down to the end of the game and it's a close game, the ball is going to Paul Pierce.
On a big play at the end of game 3, the play was drawn up not for Pierce. Pierce expressed his displeasure, but went along with his coach, as he's done all season, and have such respect for O'Brien. Pierce spinning, triple team, gets inside, and misses the layup. Rogers takes it from Iverson, forces it up, banks it in. High game.
How things turn. A near rebound, a missed layup, a near rebound, a miss, and now a bank shot, tie game.
Your season can come down to just inches on who grabs a loose ball like that. Iverson falling away, puts it in.
He waited, he tried to get the defensive man to leave his feet to step into and draw the foul, and then nobody left their feet, so he put it in.
Shot clock turned off. Philly by 2.
Philly can't give up a 3 right here.
Pierce wants the ball. Walker for 3. No good. Out of bounds. And it's Philly ball with 2.3 remaining. Pierce was calling for the ball, but Walker wanted to shoot it.
Remember, you cannot move now. You cannot move on the baseline. Otherwise, take a timeout and advance the ball to half court.
This game far from over with 2.3 remaining. And Larry Brown will call time far from over.
You do not want to pass the ball back towards the half-court line, because a steal, one dribble, and a launch can still lead to a basket for Boston. Try to pass it towards the basket if possible, or in the hole.
Batiste plays up on the inbounds. They get it to Iverson, who's fouled right away. 1.6 on the clock. Let's see if they keep it there. Probably will. And Iverson, who's 7 of 8 from the line, will shoot 2. Now, if he hits both, this game's over. But if he misses one, the Celtics have a chance.
And the Celtics can't lose concentration this time on the free throw line. If he misses, they've got to block out and rebound. They have to assume he's going to miss.
Iverson hits the first. How ironic would it be? Philly struggling from the line all game long. Big missed free throws, but perhaps conceal the victory at the line right now. 3-point game, 1.6 remaining.
Regardless of how this game turns out right now, from Boston's standpoint, they came in here and played a heck of a game. I really thought this was going to be a big win for Philadelphia tonight coming in here. I thought Boston would be saying, look, we're going to be going back home to play game number 5. They never backed off an inch here tonight.
The answer, they call him, he's got the last 7 points for Philadelphia. And he hits this one, and they are headed back to Boston. Boston, 2 tough games on the road. 2 games they could have won. But they'll head it back to the deciding game Friday night at the Fleet Center. The home team holds serve again. Let's go to Craig Sager.
Well, Alan, I know you're the NBA scoring champion, but how hard did you have to work? What did you have to do to score the last 8 points for your team in a minute 13?
I don't know. I mean, I was struggling all game. You know, I felt like I was taking good shots that I normally hit. I wasn't hitting them, and I didn't get frustrated. Being a scorer, you got to learn how to play struggling, and I learned how to play when I struggle. Just keep fighting, and eventually, hopefully, something will happen, and I was able to hit a shot.
When you're struggling through there, you still made the big plays. The steal from Antoine Walker was huge. The big assist to Aaron McKee. What were you trying to do when you're down 7?
Just keep playing hard, and just understand that if we keep fighting and keep playing the game like it's our last, then anything can happen. We kept fighting, and we hit some shots and got some stops, and we were able to pull it out.